Hi everyone, Natalie here, back again, a big transfer show as per usual. I think we're going to be doing a lot of these, especially in the build up to the Euros, and then obviously maybe you'll have a few during, and then we're just doing it as the news comes out. Basically, I'm here with Tamoghna. I hope I've said that right. If not, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it's T Footy Work on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, definitely go and check him out. He knows a lot of stuff about a lot of talent. So that's why I was just interested to, I suppose, get you on. So just talk to the people about yourself. Like, I know we've talked about it off camera, but how long have you been watching women's football? How did you get into it? Obviously, Man United fan. Sort of what drew you? Because where are you from as well? And how did you start watching it and stuff from abroad?
Yeah, look, I am from India, so I started watching women's football like from back in 2019. So I saw an advertisement in newspaper regarding the Women's World Cup. So basically, I was not interested in women's football. So I saw a header like women's football starting today. So basically, I started watching the Spain's game and Spain versus US Women 90, where Jenny Hermoso scored that goal in that banger of a goal, which you went into on. Megan Rapinoe scored two penalties. So from that on, I took the interest. Like 2019, I wasn't that much of interested in MU Women's. Like 2020, I get to know, oh, United team had a women's team. So gets to know about them. So I asked some of them. So none of my friends watched. So I get to know all the from the Twitters and all that FA Player One app, they usually show MU Women's. So
Yeah,
I downloaded that app and I started watching MUM's game.
that's good.
And about the other league games Primera Iberdrola, I from like various sources like Twitter and all Tumblr. So I get to know where the matches are telecasted. So they told me that you have to use VPN. So I started downloading VPN and all, and then I started watching all the matches. And for the Prime Bundesliga, I watch sometimes like NDR Ferencvaros. There is one app is there NDR. Like they don't usually telecast all matches, like all the big games like Wolfsburg, FC Bayern matches.
Mm. Yeah, it sounds like, we all know women's football is difficult to watch, especially if you're watching from abroad. I mean, even me being in England, it's
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
to
yeah.
watch, like you say, the Premier Ebola, and it's hard to watch. Only really the French league we sort of get on our TV channel. So, it's real commitment. I know there's a few Indians in, Alan and Atanu, obviously they do their work on the
Yeah, yeah.
United Report, and obviously Namrata, and we've got a big family, haven't we? I suppose Man United from all over the world. But it's good that you've got into it. It's good that you've supporting. You know a lot about women's football. That's what I do find.
That's all about learning, like watching other leagues and learn. That's all.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, that's what we started this show for, because Marc Skinner came out and said he is looking at talent from around the world. I know from the people that I speak to, he's definitely more open to sort of global
Yeah, yeah.
talent. He name dropped a few leagues. He name dropped the Swedish league. He name dropped the NWSL. But from just what I've heard and what other journalists have said, the way he spoke, it sounds like he's just open to everything. Mexico, Germany, French. There's talent all around the world. But I hope you guys don't mind. One that I did hear of, and I know it didn't go down very well at the weekend, was that when Rachel Williams left Spurs, that Man United had made an offer to her, a very good
Yeah,
offer, and it's sort of too good to turn down. And I know a lot of people, I don't want to dwell on it, because I know a lot of people don't see this as sort of our future, and I understand it, because she's 34, she scored 4 goals. It's frustrating, especially with someone like Ivana Fuso, who we're hearing that might be leaving. There's a tweet that our agent put out, sort of saying this isn't enough for Ivana, which I totally get. It's frustrating, because obviously you see the potential in Ivana. I've only seen her play a couple of times, but a few games she didn't do her best. West Ham away, Everton away. In the context, I think she could have done a lot better. But Chelsea away, she looked like that bright spark when she came on. Leicester, she was the best player. I know it's Leicester, but you know, she's 21, Rachel's 34, and it just makes people frustrated, I suppose, when they heard that news.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you think, T? I hope you don't mind me calling you T. It's just easier for me. Sorry. When you heard like Rachel Williams.
Yeah, look, Rachel Williams, I saw some of her matches, and what I heard from other tweeters, she is good in dropping deeps and linking a play, someone like Harry Kane does that. So she's really good in that. That's good actually from our game part. We actually need someone who can drop deep and create plays. But my point is like, why are we going for a 34-year-old signing? Like we should be going for someone like 25, 26 experienced player. She's good. I'm not saying that she's better. Rachel Williams, she can drop deep. She can play in the forward line. Like she has like 8 goals in 8 goals. So goal stats and all doesn't matter, but the matter is the age. Like 34 years old, you are bringing. She is not for a long-term future. Bring someone who can actually stay with us. We can actually be convinced in our project. So bring those type of players, right?
I mean, there's a striker today, and I know we said we're going to talk about it. Schneider, she's 25. I probably butchered her name. She's just lived in Bordeaux, I think. Go on, tell the people about her.
Kurt just noise.
That's her name.
Yeah, she has scored 9 goals and 6 assists. She scored 9 goals, and last season she's provided 6 assists, and this season's she has scored 10 goals and provided 6 assists. So she's actually a good striker. She creates space, and she can extremely good in the link up play, and she has pace, which is actually we need for in behind runs. She's actually very good in that. We have only Leah Galton for that in behind run. So she can actually also take on the defenders and also drop deeps to help out defensively. So she is actually a very hardworking striker and a very good goal scorer as well. So I think we can go for her. She's actually a quality striker.
Yeah, I mean, would you prefer, say, Schnills? I can't say her name. She's from Dutch. She's 25. She's a lot younger. Like you say, she's got good, you said there, 9 goals, 6 assists. That's good numbers. You know, yes, it's not in the WSL. I suppose Rachel has the experience of the WSL, and she's played under Marc, and Marc knows what he gets from us. But, I mean, would you prefer Schnills? Sorry if I'm butchering her name. Would you prefer her to Rachel Williams?
Yeah, I definitely would prefer. So why I should prefer? She's only 25 years old. She has a good link-up play compared to Rachel Williams, and she can also take on the defenders. Like Rachel Williams are already aged, so she is actually very fast in that, and she also drop deeps to help out her defensive work. So she is actually a very quality player, and she's and over that she is Dutch. So Jackie can definitely convince her for that.
Yeah, Dutchies together. That's what we love to see. TJ saying better than Rachel Williams for sure. But listen, I don't want it to be we don't like Rachel Williams chat. I think a lot of people have voiced their opinions. The opinions of the fans, I suppose, is clear on that one. It's not something like you say, 34. We're not looking forward. But I suppose Marc, it's going to be Marc. He's going to pick his players. He's the manager, like he tells us. But no, I just want to move on to your views on some of the positions, I suppose, that Marc's talked about. Centre back was a position. I think we are current centre backs. You know, we know Aoife's got the ACL. We know she's going to take it a while out. Diana's 34. She's probably not going to be renewed. Like you say, it's mad because we're signing one and we're getting rid of one. But Millie, we're hopeful that she's going to start pre-season. You know, she's away at the minute. For me, it looks good, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And then other than that, Maria's been the consistent. And then we've had to bring in Hayley Ladd. So we do really need a centre-back. The journalists I spoke to on here have said that centre-back is sort of the key position. That's the one where it's going to be probably our best centre-back, biggest player is probably going to come from the centre-back region, whereas we do have a lot of attackers. Leslie is our main player, whereas this centre-back is potentially going to be the big signing. So just from your point, T, who do you know from around the world centre-back that you would say would really fit in this team and is one that we should be looking at getting?
See, one name in my mind, I will say Sophie Clarinne. Like she is German and she is 22, playing for Eintracht Frankfurt. So, what are the assets? Like she has like excellent ball playing ability. Like she can also come out and she can drop into midfield and like play out the ball in the wide areas. And moreover, that like she can also make some recovery challenges. And so also like that also well timed tackles, and for that you have like she is also on the good on the ball, and she can also like charge down aggressively and also close down the space easily. So for me she is actually an asset, like definitely an upgrade over Millie Turner and Efemanian. Like this, those, one is on the good on the ball, Efemanian, and Millie is on the calm in the back. So I think partnering with Millie, Sophie Clairne, she is actually a good center back for us.
Mm-hmm. Lanzell saying sounds like a good ball playing centre back, which we need. Sophie Clarinel, is that what you said her name is? Yeah. Who does she play for now then?
Sorry?
Who does she play for?
Yeah, Frankfurt. Frankfurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think it would be sort of, Germans, we know they don't like to leave Germany, but you think, she would look for a challenge maybe? And, if we offered her the right incentives, she could come over?
If the offer is correct, like you have to pay the money and get her. If the offer is correct, absolutely. Why won't she come? You have to convince her the project. Like, look, we are here for a new project, so we will be challenging for titles and trophies. So right now, you can get the UWCL experience too. So definitely, why not? She will like to come. Also, she will love the challenge here. Like Leipold, you have a WSL, the players like German players in WSL, like Melanie Leipold is there and Catherine Berger is there. So she will definitely like to come here.
Yeah. Like you said, German league is strong. The only worry is that they might not leave Germany. Is there any other centre backs that you think, might be? Go on.
Yeah, I have Annie, the like one play for Lari, Annie ex Teresa. Like she is 26 years old. She plays for Natalie Burrell's side. So she is not that good on the ball, but she is actually a good center, like who's excellent in good in tackling the ball, tackling her players, and also closing down. Like she won't be good on the ball, but she will give you every license. Like we can become in the back line. So I think she can be a good for us.
I mean, a lot of people are sort of saying, are we going to pay? But I think we've heard if they're top class that they will pay. I mean, I thought Brunny they would have paid for, but obviously it's not worked out for Brun, and she's not coming now because they don't want to pay for her, which because she's not the top target. But I think definitely the German girl that you said that's at Frankfurt, she sounds good, and she, here's a question for you, T, from TJ Trex. Jen Beattie may or may not be available. I mean, what do you think of Jen Beattie? It is that experience, like we say again. I mean, Vicky's saying she's too slow now. Do you think she's a good player?
She is good, but like she's too slow. But for that, I remember one centre back, like from Corinthians, Brazil. She plays like Giovanna Campiolo. She is actually she is actually a good centre back half. Like she is a leader on the back line. So she is also fast. She also win the balls like in air. So she can be actually a good addition. Also, I heard she is also like a contract up this summer.
Yes.
So she can be actually
Yeah,
so she can be actually
Campiello. Campiello. I've heard that name, so that's a good one. And the fact that you're saying she's good, we're happy. Yeah. We're happy. I just want to move on. People are saying we need leaders at the back. Yes, we do. I do think, though, Millie and Eva are both leaders. I feel like Maria has come into it and become a leader. I'm not saying like but all these names are like 24, 25 guys, so they're not going to be, little kids. That we need that coming now experience. And I think that the three names that you just talked about are definitely that. But we've also Mark said he wants a central midfielder. So What do you think around that area that we could add?
I have one name like Kamila Dubkova. So she plays like Sassuolo, I think. Sassuolo, yeah, sure. Sassuolo. She has like she is also a goal scoring central midfielder. Like she is also like float across the pitch and she has like loves to have a touches on the opposition half and she likes to have a set pieces. So she has a biggest asset like set pieces. Her the biggest advantage is like wide range of passings. So I will say Kamila Dukova, and that also she is only 22. So she's a Czech playing for Sassuolo.
That sounds good because as well, 22 is at that age where we do have a lot of experience, I suppose, in the midfield. You know, Jackie,
Yeah.
I think, is 26, 27. Katie's
Then
25.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Bailey's old. So a younger central midfielder would be good. I mean, Lanzell has popped up now. Laura Fraser, I don't know if you've heard of her. 19,
Yeah,
highly
higher, 19 years old. So Laurina Fraser's biggest advantage like long ranger. So like for example, United plays sometimes like opposition against the low block. We found clueless. So Laurina Fraser can actually take long shots and from the distance. So she can open the score for us. So that's actually an advantage. So she is actually brilliant from the long ranger, which can be a good addition.
Yeah, I mean, TJ Trex is saying pace to our centre half. So I'm guessing centre halves is defenders. Yeah, I think so. He's saying as well, TJ, new central midfield, who would it replace? Well, TJ, I don't know if we need to replace anyone. I mean, what would you think, T? Do you think we need to replace? I think it's just adding
Central
depth.
midfielder, I don't think we should replace, but if I have to get one, I should get Victoria Pelova from in plays in the Dutch league. So I'm big fan of Victoria Pelova. She's actually young, and I heard she also likes to an experience from outside Dutch league. So we can take the Victoria Pelova. She's actually a good player and good on the ball also. So I will, if I have to take central midfielder, I will take Pelova, or else I would love to add a defensive midfielder first.
I mean, Sporty Box is saying, are these players available for no transfer fee, or are you aware of anything about like that, T?
Yeah, I heard Pelova can be available for transfer fee, like free Pelova, Victoria Pelova.
For free, yeah.
So yeah, Pelova is actually can be available. Camila is in contract. Like next season, she will be out of contract.
Oh,
So Dubkova, like I actually rate her. She is actually a very good player for Czech Republic. For national team also, she plays really well, and also for Sassuolo.
what was her name from Sassuolo?
Syria, right? Syria.
Sierra.
Syria, yeah.
CDA. Okay. A name that we have been linked to, who is available for free. Who, if Alan's is still in the chat, he can add his thing. But United Report even said about how we're at the front runners for Lucia Garcia, and I've seen you do a few articles, T, about Lucia. Just talk to us. It does look likely, but they're saying it's going to be after the Euros, and I think because we've got a period of time, sounds like she wants to come. It's looking decent. I said before to Emma, 80% sure. Those, that confidence is looking good. Lanzell saying he likes Garcia. I know you like her. Just talk to the people because we have got Hanson, we have got Galton. Garcia, where do you see her fitting in?
See, right now, I would love to rotate Garcia and Leah Galton from the left side. Like she is actually comfortable from the left wing forward. She played actually in that position this season, and she actually loves to cut in. She loves to take on the defender. She loves 1v1 challenges. So she will be a good player for us, and I will play in the left wing forward, provided she will also love to overload one side and create space for her teammate. So she will be comfortable in the left forward. Why I am not saying as a striker, like her finishing isn't something she is comfortable with. Like I heard the name Lucia Garcia, like 2019. She has an amazing year in that. She was also in the World Cup squad. So her finishing still is not up to the mark. She will do everything. Like she will work hard defensively. She will drop deep. She will actually occupy the half space. she will do everything to help her teammate. But when it comes to finishing, she has an disadvantage in that position. So I will love to take her on the left side so that Russo can actually she can link up with the Alessia Russo.
I'm seeing both. A lot of people saying, can she play both? Can she do left and right? Is that something?
She is versatile. She is versatile. She can play anywhere in the front three, like striker on the right side, on the left side. But I will definitely prefer to play her on the left. Like she can definitely link up with the Leslie.
Yeah, I mean, we know that that's what Marc likes. Marc says he likes players who can play in multiple positions, and that's obviously what she's going. If she can play across all the front three, it's important in my opinion. Maybe even another winger. Maybe even keep Carrie Jones. For me, Carrie Jones needs to go and get minutes. But if you've got those kind of forwards, well, look at Thomas. Thomas is a 9 but can play on the right, and that's what he's been playing. He's been playing Thomas. So, if Leah, he might have Lucy on the left, Leah on the right, or then Leah might come off, then Hansen comes on. It's just all that adding competition, and I think, yes, we have that kind of thing with who's going to score our goals, who's our settled team, but I think our problem has been we've not had that depth. When Leslie comes off, who comes on? That's the same quality. When Leah comes off, who comes on? That's the same quality. Whereas this signing, I suppose, adds that competition in those forward places. I suppose, is there anyone that you would like to see attacking wise? I know we've heard about Williams. I'm not going back over that, but just your view on maybe a forward that we could get.
Fena Kalma, like in the Ajax, she has a breakthrough year, and like she scored like 33 goals and 8 assists. In Champions League, she has like 2 hat tricks, 8 goals she scored. So I will definitely prefer that talent. I actually love Dutch talents. So Fena Kalma will always be my preferred option.
Fena Kalma.
Yeah.
Okay, plays for Ajax. Check that name out, guys. Listen.
No. She plays for FC Twente.
FC Twente. So check that name out, guys. That's what we're doing tonight. We're just bringing you names of that quality, names that we can get in that, reasonable for Man United to aspire to, I suppose. It's not sort of...
Yeah. Go on. And if we go for like next season, there is one player whose contract will be up, like for Wolfsburg, Eva Payor. Like next season in the 2023, her contract was running out.
Very, very good player, Eva Payor. And these are the kind of names that we should be going to. Yes, I've heard this. Fena Kalma is a name I've heard a few times saying, Vicky, like you said, those numbers, I think you said 13 goals or more.
Yeah.
It's just, these are the players, I suppose, that we want to be bringing in. I've just seen someone there saying Lanzell's come up before. What's your thoughts, T, on Lineth
Bernstein.
Contract.
She the like left Bayern. Yeah, one of the player I saw in Olympics. She was actually very good player. Like Sarina used to play. Like she was from super sub for Netherlands. So Sanis Van Sanden used to start for the Netherlands on the right. So she is actually a very good player. I saw her in UWCL. She will run down the right. Like defenders will have nightmare against her, especially when you are up against 1v1. She is that skillful player. So yeah, a good question by Lancel. So she's actually a good player. I would love to have her, and she will be the preferred right winger always. Like she is that good. And for Netherlands also, she's starting at a Mark Parson.
Yeah, I mean TJ Trex is saying. He's saying Van der Sanden no longer being named.
Yeah, none to Dutch national team. She has been. Yeah.
Whereas Bernstein, like you say, is sort of in there now, stable. And I do remember, like you say, when what's her face was there, the England manager was there. What's her name? I can't even remember her name. When she was there, she was coming on as a super sub. And the thing that we're hearing, that was a good couple of weeks ago now that she was announced, and we've not heard her linked to anywhere. She didn't have an agent, so maybe Man United should be in there.
Contention, yeah.
Yeah, in contention. If you want to be serious, that's a name that we should be pushing for. I think as well. Just have that depth. depth is something that he always went on about. And in reality, we've got 2 wingers, in our squad, Leah and Hansen. Yes, Thomas can play there. Yes, we've seen Stanley there, but these are midfielders and forwards. They're not, wingers. The only out-and-out wingers we have are Leah and Hansen. So to add 2 more would just be, in Lucia, like we said, 80% done. That's what I'm saying. And then obviously Bernstein, we don't know, but it would just bring us up to that level, don't you think? See, what do you think if we did add those 2? It set an example, set a marker.
You see, we definitely need squad depth. Without squad depth, we can't challenge for Champions League title. We definitely need squad depth. That's why I'm saying, like, we need one central midfielder too. Like, for what like when anyone get injured, like Jackie or Wilder Borisa. So we definitely need one midfielder too. So yeah, if without squad depth, we can't do anything. Like you saw right after January, how we went from 8-point lead to bottle the lead. So definitely squad depth is an important part of football. Without squad depth, we can't do anything.
I mean, we're hearing as well a lot, and I'm sorry, Lanzel, if you're in the comments, but Anton's saying we need starters. And I do think we need some starters. I think we did talk about, the centre-back being maybe the one of the starters. But it's going on to sort of Anton's point, I suppose, in terms of starters. Onabache, she's been linked heavily to Barcelona. We know now that potentially, it's been talked about so much that they have to pay. So it means that we have activated the option. That's been done. So I don't want to hear anyone talk about, we've got the option. No, the option is activated. She's here for another year. That means if she is going to go, they have to pay. And everyone's heard of the problems at Barcelona. So for me, they have to pay. If they don't, they're talking about all this, bringing in another player. They're talking about, I don't know how well you know her, Emma Ramirez.
Yeah, Emma Ramirez, I know her from Real Sociedad. Like, she's on loan from Barcelona.
Yeah. They talk about her coming on loan, and whether Man United don't want that, they want her permanent, and that's not going to happen. But do you think Emma Ramirez is good enough to replace Anna? Do you think there's anyone in that squad, young players from Barcelona, that are good enough to replace Anna or add into our squad? So just your point from that, T, and who they might ask for.
Yeah, see, you can't replace Ona that easily. Like, she's that good of a player. Like, if I have to say, like you said, Emma Ramirez, so she will be an added option. Like, I will definitely take her if Barcelona love take Ona. So, like, Emma Ramirez is like one of those players who is very attacking minded. Like, not that defensively good like Ona. She will love challenges duel, but while tracking back, sometimes she lost her track. So Emma Ramirez is the option I will definitely take. But I have like 2-3 options for left back. So like for example, if Ona goes and if we somehow shift Hana to right, so if we take one left back, so I know 2-3 left back who can be actually a good addition for us. And also one of them left back contact is out this summer, so we can get her for free. Like Andrea Medina, she is actually in the Real Betis playing under 19 captain for Spain. So she will be an available option for us, and she can be definitely a great asset for us. Like Ona came at 19, so she is only 18 years old, so will be a very good addition for us. If I have to take anyone from that league, is Andrea Medina. She is a very good player, like excellent in linking up and spraying crosses from backline, and also defensively quite good.
Yeah, Anna Maria. Who? Sorry, go on, say that name again.
Andrea Medina, Real Betis.
From Real Betis.
Yeah.
I know everyone wants Honor to stay. Of course, we all want Honor to stay. Yeah, she for me is one of our better players. But I do think that they need to hold firm and get what she's worth, even if it is 1 year. If they're not prepared if Barcelona aren't prepared to spend the money to get her, then you don't get her. And I do think they want her for free. And I don't think they anticipated there being an option. But there is on all our players. We're hearing that a lot of bids have come in for Jackie that have been rejected, as they should. We want Jackie to sign a new contract. That's been made clear to her by fans, by the by everyone. Management talked about it. Leslie Russo, we obviously want her to sign a new contract as well. Your views, T. Your views just on Man United season and sort of what you expect from the summer. You've told us about a couple of players. You can tell us about more, but I've told you about what I've heard about Rachel Williams. Obviously, I don't want to base our season off that, but it's not very ambitious, let's say. It's not setting the world on like that. So what's your views on how we played this season and basically with Lucia, Rachel Williams, but, if Honor stays, where do you see it going, Man United?
See, I have I will tell you this way. We started pretty well under Marc Skinner. We will start with the passing and all 2-3 passes. We will go into the box. Now suddenly, what happens? Like when opposition take on us, so we become clueless. So we go for raining long balls, and then we have no idea what to do. So basically, in the beginning, we don't take our chances, which we should be taking. Then suddenly, when we don't have any idea, we go like for long balls, and when we need subs, so like quick subs in the from the start of the second half, Mark doesn't do that. Like after 60, 70 minutes, he will bring like Jedmore to replace Jackie, so that it will completely demoralize our rhythm. So that's how we don't go. Like I would like to see a consistent and compact, like with the way we start every game, like from the passing and all, and then you use the bench because bench strength is important. Seems like he doesn't even touch the bench, which we should be doing if we are have a serious club and if we are competing for like top three. So first thing we should do is get hold of Russo because she is actually a very important player for us, and get hold of Jackie. These two are actually important, and then you try Ona because Ona, Barcelona want the money, so definitely they are not paying the money. So I would definitely first like to say like get hold of Jackie and Russo first. These two are actually very important for us. Then you can try for Ona.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd say definitely Russo, but then Jackie, like you say, I know that Millie is going to stay, which is also important because her contract's up. I know we've not seen a lot of her, but she, for me, was key when we were winning. But yeah, Jackie and Russo, and then obviously, like you say, if Barcelona don't want to pay for Honor, she stays, and I just think there's no point settling for less than what she's worth. Yes, if you lose her for free, it's not great, but we saw that they did it with the men. They let Lingard run out because West Ham weren't paying what they wanted. It is what it is. I think unless you get what you want, she's too good of a player to lose for less than what she's worth, if you get what I mean. People have said, Lanzel saying controversial. We have Jackie. Wildeboer Risa can replace Jackie. What do you think of that? Because for me, I'd rather see Vilda and Jackie than Vilda or Jackie. I'd rather see Vilda maybe playing a bit further forward. I know Tooney's at the 10, I'm not saying that, but I do think when we've seen the best of Vilda, she has been further forward. So what do you think of Lanzel's view here that, we have Wildeboer Risa to replace Jackie? For me, I think if we did lose Jackie this summer, I'd want someone else to replace her.
Definitely we need to brought someone, but I will play with Vilda, Borisa, and Jackie. We need to both, and definitely for low blocks we need the Vilda Borisa. Without her, we can crack the low blocks. So that's an issue for us. Like Mark didn't use Vilda Borisa that properly against the low block teams. So we definitely need the Vilda Borisa's presence.
We definitely do, and definitely she was key, Vilda, to when we were playing those teams, Brighton, Spurs, early on in the year. She was one scoring the goals. She was the one creating the chances, and then, like you
I
say,
remember like the Brighton away game. Vilda Borisa she was excellent in that game.
I know, and then a game like Villa when we were 0-0. For me, I would have started her as the 10. Played Tooney on the right, played Leah and Leslie. For me, that's what I would have done because, like you say, a low block team, a team that's going to put like what Villa did, 5 people, 5, 6, 7 people behind the ball. You need a Vilda in there, and it's a shame we didn't see her because I think she could have changed a lot of games for us a lot more. But yeah, I'd be playing both Vilda and Jackie. He has his reasons why he doesn't. He's the manager, but that's the end of that. No, I just, we're not going to go on all night, guys. Put in the chat if you've got any comments. It's just sort of a educational kind of show, learning about the talents. Is there anyone that you would say then, T, a dream signing? Anyone we know this isn't going to happen, but we've got an empty checkbook. There's £1 million on it. Who would you go out and get for Man United women?
I will definitely first sign a number 6. So Sueza Nusken is my will be the preferred signing because she is actually in the proper number 6. So why I'm saying proper number 6, like we need a defensive midfielder to be between 2 center backs, like drop down when our fullbacks will be further up. So she can screen out, she can get those recovery challenges, she can close down easily. So she is that kind of player we need, and also she is an excellent tackler. So I will definitely go for Suezan Usken. So she is actually those rare type of player who is good on the ball as well, drop downs in between 2 players who can and work tirelessly like anything. So I will take that player, and she plays for like Frankfurt, defensive midfielder, only 20 years of age.
Yeah. Oh, Stuart saying Dreamstein and Casanaro from Leon, Lanzel, Katoto, Demirez, TJ Trex saying Demirez, the one that got away, we could have signed her. But the one position I did miss off, Vicky's told me, a best 10 to rotate with Tooney. In your opinion, T? I mean, I would have Vilda as the tech, but I think Vilda needs to start as well. But what would you think? I mean, Lanzel saying Hazawenga. You see, I can't say it.
Hasegawa. Yeah, Hasegawa is actually a good player.
Iwabuchi. Do you think someone like that would be good for us?
Yeah, I have one name like Wan Shuang, but she won't be coming. That's the reason. Wan Shuang, I actually big fan of her. Like for PSG, she's actually a left-footed number 10 player. So she actually played for PSG like 2018-19 and scored some 8 goals and 10 assists she provided. So that player I will definitely love for a L2.
Yeah, I mean Hashawega. I know it's
playing for West Ham.
She only signed a 2-year, so you'd have to probably pay for her. But obviously, she came in with a big. For people like probably yourself, you probably knew about her before she came in. Obviously, now she's done really well in the WSL. Can you see her fitting into Man United team?
She plays like in different role. Like she can also play in wings. She can play in the deep. She can also play in number 10. So she can be a fit player. Like she can work tirelessly. Like versatile also you can say in one. So yeah, why not? She can definitely fit if we buy her. So a player for us like Hasegawa, I will definitely take.
Yeah, Anton is telling people this dream sign is making him depressed. Sorry, Anton. We're just sort of having fun talking about what we'd like. Vicky and Karen are saying older Wolf. I can't even say these names. So yeah,
Lena Obedov.
Yeah, from Wolfsburg, and that
number 6.
Stanway will give her a battering. Yep. It's going to be an interesting summer, isn't it? I think, obviously, like I said, it started off talking about Rachel Williams. That's what I know. We talked a bit about Lucia, that we're quite confident on. Other than that, it's just a waiting game, guys. And listen, if you hear anything, let T know, let me know. We'll do all the shows. If you hear a rumor, or something that I don't, we're doing these shows. So currently we've not got limited news, but we're making it work. But yeah, I just want to say, T, thank you for coming on. You've given us a lot of new names, a lot of areas that you think we should be looking at players. I think definitely you should be a scout for us. But I think the more we get these names out, the more we pressure the board, Marc, to make these signings all together, not just all on Marc, but the board. We want them to pay money for top class players, really, and they should do.
We need ambition. We need ambition. Without ambition, we can't break the top three. That too, when the top three are spending huge.
Definitely, we need to be spending too, and it's not a case of little by little. It's a case of now or never, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you for coming on, sharing the names. People, push, make them spend. Think about it. It's not just Marc. He needs the money to be able to spend it. If we want the top, like you say, ambition, the club needs to show it. Thanks, guys, for the comments. It's not as long as the other ones, but it's just informative today. Informative. But T, if people want to check you out, I know it's running along the bottom, footy work, but is there anything else that you want to add?
Yeah, definitely. I will add.
Okay. Yeah, so go and check him out. Footy underscore
footwork. Underscore footwork.
Footwork, yeah. Check him out. Okay. Thanks, guys. Speak to you soon.
Yeah. Bye.